Hello and welcome to my review of Kid Cudi, Satellite Flight, The Journey to the Moon. Kid Cudi's career was basically started by the Crookers remix of Day and Night. This was his first and last real mainstream success he had. The industry could totally get behind him, because he had the solid body of work in form of Man on the Moon. Off of this debut, he's built his career ever since. He's got a hardcore fan base now that love his style and everything he did. These people made this album, which didn't get announced formally or have any advertisement on it at all, get number 2 on the charts. This is the first project I'd credit to be 100% done while Cudi was indie. Indie Cut already was made while he was released when he was indie, but I'd bet you most of it was recorded under good music supervision, or at least in good music studios, somehow had a label behind it. And it was a good album. It was featuring Kid Cudi production for one of the first time he did almost 100% of the production on his album, which just gave him a good backdrop for his off-key typical singing and hazy, airy instrumentals. It was a good album, and it was a back to the basics and a sign of hope for the fans after, I guess, the more failed rock experiment with Wizard. Kid Cudi has got his own lane, it's layered, and he has his fans that adore him. That's what he's famous for. This project, now, Cudi's indie, which gives him 100% creative freedom. So Cudi can make a true song of him making weird noises for about 2 minutes. He sings even further off-key than we've ever heard before. The songs on here are dark and sad, straddling the thin line, fuck it, they're emo as fuck. Let's just get past that. Especially towards the end, Trouble Boy. Cudi cannot sing with this much feeling. Just think of Bobby Glenn, who was famously sampled on the Jay-Z song Cry. Kid Cudi does not have this power in his voice to get the deep emotion across. This is really what you need to be able to do to give your deep emotions in form of singing. Kid Cudi does not have this power. And lyrically, I also find that he falls off a little bit. And he sounds sad, I give him that, but this doesn't really get me to feel empathy, or even sympathy. Instrumentally and genre-wise, he's all over the place. Cudi is no longer left-field hip-hop. He's left that in favor of electro, rock, a little bit of hip-hop still in there. It's an original mix-up, and I do not know what to call it. But on the other hand, I honestly couldn't give less of a shit. The rock songs are not as powerful as I feel they should be, energy is missing, and the singing isn't that great. The beats are spacious. The instrumental tracks are boring. I feel that they're really void of any real punch. The best thing I can say about them is, again, that they are atmospheric, but compared to his contemporaries like TNGHT, BBNG, Flying Lotus, they're not layered or interesting enough. The only section I could really get behind was the opening to Too Bad I Have to Destroy You Now. That sounded like some really good classic-ass Cudi. It had energy, which I was feeling like was an overall criticism of this whole mixtape. It's just not got enough energy behind it at all. I could have slept through the rest of it, and it was just this high type of tape, and I don't know, I just couldn't enjoy it at all. I've listened to this tape everywhere, in the whip, the gym, fixing food, cleaning up my room, and every time I've turned it off after 10 minutes, pretty much consistently. Maybe this can stand as an example that not every artist should have 100% creative control or freedom, and labels actually do help make the music acceptable for a wider audience, or increase the quality of the music. In the case of this project, I feel alienated as a casual Cudi fan, and I will not have the misconception that weird music is good music. I do not believe that this is the case here. So, Cudi, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I didn't like this project, 1 out of 5.